Hello. Excuse me. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. We are back. How is everybody? Um, Let me see here if we are live. Oh, no, we're not live over on Instagram. I haven't clicked the button yet. Here we go. And we should be live over there. Okay, here we go. We're happy. We're here. How is everybody? Come in, say hi, say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you're working on. It is so great to have you guys here. I see Julia's here. I see Ivy Serenity is here. Great to have you guys on. Let me see. Let me turn the volume down all the way first because we don't want echoing. So hi, how is everybody? It is Wednesday. We're here. We're happy. We're gonna talk and chat and see what you guys are working on and what you're making. I have a project to share with you guys, so I'm excited to do that. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Mrs. Emmy. Hello, hello. Hi, Danny over on Instagram. Hi, everybody. It is so great to have you guys here and chatting. There's a couple things that I want to make sure we talk about first. So before we get into chatting or asking questions, I want to tell you about a couple things. First of all, don't forget to like and subscribe, like it says down below. It's the best way to get notifications on when we're going live or other things that are going on. Don't forget to also sign up for our newsletter because that's also going to be a really great thing. There we go. I want to remind you that we have a buy 3, get 1 free on Upcycle Yarns with the code 4UP25. And what you're going to do is you can go over to the website, crochet.com. It's right there on the homepage, so you can see all of the yarns that are included in that. It's including the Upcycle Alpaca that we just brought back. It's including some of the Upcycle Barocco yarns. So you can really take advantage of that. Buy 3, get 1 for free. Don't forget to use your code. I also want to remind you that today is the last day for the Select Tools 20% off sale that we have going on right now. There's no code needed for that one. It's already just marked down as sale prices. Again, you can check that out over on the website, crochet.com. You can see it on the homepage, or you can use the top navigation to go to tools. And again, prices are as marked, so you'll see them exactly how they are. Last but certainly not least, we also have 20% off of Vivity and Animation. Those are our yarns of the month. So you're going to get that price already marked down. You don't have to worry about a code. And we're just so excited about these 2 yarns. Okay, I got to get them right here. So they're really like sister yarns because they're exact same thing. They're the 100% mercerized cotton. The only difference is Animation is DK, Vivity is worsted, but I mean, you're still getting this awesome yarn, the same twist, the same kind of ply on both of them. Just one's a DK, one is a worsted. And don't forget, Animation also comes in the small packs. So this was how Animation originally came out when we first brought it on. Let me just hide this so I can see my comments again. This is how it first came out when it first came onto our site. We did it specifically for amigurumi so that you could have a collection of small balls to go ahead and make your amigurumi. You guys loved it. A lot of designers asked us, hey, can we get it in a bigger size so we can make garments and other things with it? Well, we did. And now you can buy the colors individually in this larger size. So this is 139 yards per skein that you can get. So you have the primary colors. These are also on sale right now. So you can go ahead and grab those while you're grabbing the other 20% off. Prices already marked down, so you don't have to do that. We also have the Flora and Fauna. This is like, love this one. But my favorite is this one. And this is the Oceanscapes. It's got your blues and your greens and everything else. So this comes curated together. You can still get 20% off of this, or you can go ahead and buy it in the individual ones if you just want a couple colors or whatever else. I just got this in the navy color. I think it's actually called navy. I don't know. I love the shine of Vivity yarns. Yeah, it's really, really great. It's that 100% mercerized cotton that you're going to just love for making spring and summer garments. I just got this in the navy color, and now I can't remember what it is. It's a top by the Journey Chanel, and it's like a peplum type of top, and you can either make like a tank top, you can make a full sleeve. I'm gonna go with like a 3/4 length sleeve, or well, I guess maybe not 3/4, like a half sleeve. I'm really excited to get started, but I'm finishing up a couple other things. So this is on my docket of next projects. And then don't forget, the Vivity is the same thing. Animation is DK, Vivity is worsted. They do come in 2 different put-ups. Vivity looks a lot more like our Dishy when you see it like caked up. But it's not like Dishy because it's 100% mercerized cotton, not just 100% cotton. Dishy's still great, but these are great for garments and things like that. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Julia is working on a knit vest. That sounds awesome. I love that. Is it like a V-neck vest, a crew neck? Is it like a button-up? Like, what is it? I'd love to know. Hi, Deborah from Eastern Colorado, working on a scarf using leftovers from socks. Love that. Speaking of socks. Okay, if you were here the last time, not last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess, we had Julie Ann on to talk about the brand new yarn collaboration we did for Maïs, which means twins. And she has twins, that's why it is. And she's twin stitches design, so it kind of all got there. We just launched this brand new yarn with her. It's an 85% superwash merino wool, 15% recycled polyamide. It's really great for socks, but it's really great for a lot of other things too. It is a fingering weight, so you can hold it double to get more of like a DK weight if you want to. I don't know what to do with mine. Like, I love it so, so much. I'm tempted to do like a blanket of some sort since I got a bunch of the colors as samples to show on the live, but I only have like 1 ball of each color, or 1 hank, I should say, of each color. What are you guys going to do with this yarn? Or what do you do when you have a bunch of different colors of the fingering weight yarn type of thing? Because I could hold it together, but then it's going to give me like that weird look depending on what 2 colors are together and then what sits next. Maybe I don't know. What do you guys think? But I have a bunch of colors, only single hanks just because it was for the demo. So what am I going to do with these? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let's see what else. Julia is starting Marley's Prism Swan Show tomorrow. I can't believe that starts already. That's using Swish DK. Is that right, Julia? I think that's what it is. I'm excited about the Swan Show. I'm going to join, but I'm going to be late because I didn't get my yarn yet. So we'll see if I can find something in my stash or if I have to get something, but it's going to look pretty cool. I think it's going to be great. Hi, Samantha from Manchester, working on several summer projects with comfy fingering and sport yarn. It's so lovely. There's not much more to say. I love the animation. I love Vivity, but if I'm going to make something for spring and summer, the comfy fingering is my go-to. And I also love this. This is stroll fingering, and I really love that. It's a wool, but it's not going to keep you super like warm or anything, especially if you're using stitches that are open. Those are probably my 2 go-to for making summer tops if it's not like called for in the pattern already. Good morning from Edmonton, Alberta, working on MJ's Off the Hook Gnomes for markets with hearts and bees instead of pom-poms. I love that. Sitting on my desk is one of Michelle's rustic bunnies. I think that's what it was called. So it's the bunny. She held Swish Bulky Triple, I think, to make hers. I'm actually using up a ball of Millhouse that I still had. So we've sold out of Millhouse. We're not bringing that one back in. But so I had a couple colors left over just hanging around, and it works up really nice. So if you have Millhouse sitting around, you can make 1 bunny with 1 ball of Millhouse, and it makes like a really nice size. I made some for myself last year. My mom said she wanted some, which is always what happens, which is totally fine. So I made her a purple one already. I'm finishing up a green one for her. I love MJ's projects and everything. They're just so great. And that's such an easy project. And it's really great for markets, depending on what time you're doing them. So I love the gnomes. Those are kind of great for all the time, depending on like what kind of hat you put on it or whatever else. Julia said it is a V-neck vest made in 2 pieces. That's awesome. If you like that, did you see the one from Brianna Kay? It's technically not a vest. She calls it a top, but really it's like a V-neck vest that's made in one piece. She starts at the bottom, works up to where you would split for your V-neck, continues with both sides, rejoins together, and then finishes down the back. You have two seams, one on each side. It's really great. I cannot think of the name of the pattern off the top of my head, but it's on her blog. You can check it out. And she made it in like every weight of yarn, so you can really pick and choose what you want. But she used our Sandscapes, which is amazing. It is a wool, it is a fingering weight yarn, but it is a color change yarn. Not variegated, but a color change yarn, so you don't quite have to worry about the pooling and everything. It looks absolutely gorgeous. You have to go check it out. Hi, Michelle from Texas. Great to have you here. Julia, yes, Swish DK. So we were talking about Marley Swancho, her crochet. It's a crochet along, knit along. So it's both at the same time. You can choose which one you want to do. It's done in Swish DK. I absolutely love it. So make sure you go check out Marley's website. It's just marleybird.com, and you will get all the information there. I picked up a book that is called Crochet DK / Fingering Weight Yarns. That's awesome. And it's great too, because two fingering held together gives you roughly a DK weight yarn. You're still going to want to swatch to make sure that the two yarns together are giving you what you want and making adjustments if you need to. Let's see. Michelle is working on a commissioned order. Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay, so Julia said an idea for my singles of fingering. So my maize yarn is what we're talking about. Make a granny stitch striped poncho. I love that. I think that might be. I was actually thinking of doing like a granny stitch blanket and seeing how far I could get with one hank in terms of the number of rows, and then hopefully it'll all work out. But I kind of like the poncho idea a lot better, because then it's like a wearable. I don't really need more blankets. I'm the only person in my house that really uses blankets. Every now and then my kids do, but when you have a house full of men and boys that run hot, I'm the one who's freezing and need the blanket. So, you know. Okay, Deborah said, making a note of that. I have one skein of Millhouse and don't know what to do with it. Yes, go make the rustic bunnies. So it is not the weight that Michelle used. I'm pretty sure she used 3 strands of Swish Bulky. And so I just followed the pattern exactly the way it is. I brought my hook down, I think a size or 2. I just played around with it until it was tight enough that I wasn't going to have stuffing showing. And I just followed the pattern exactly as it is. So mine might be a little bit shorter than hers is, but it worked out perfectly. And I still have like a decent amount left over that I could make like a striped bunny with like 2 or 3 colors if I wanted to. I probably won't. But yeah, you can get one bunny out of the Millhouse. It's great. I can't wait to see it, Deborah. That's going to be awesome. What color is your Millhouse? I can't wait to hear. Okay, so thank you, Julia. Brianna's is the braided wheat summer top. So you can go check that out. I know she has it for free on her blog. But then you can also get the downloadable pattern, which is going to tell you all about every single weight of yarn and what the measurements are and things like that. It is so great. So you really can kind of use what you have in your stash for that project and kind of just go with that. Okay. I wanted to share something with you that I'm working on, and I'm so excited. So a couple weeks ago, we had Mallory Crawl on, and we talked about the collaboration that we did with her with Wool of the Andes Tweed, how she got her business started with Wool of the Andes, and it means a lot to her. So we did this collaboration to bring in brand new colors of Wool of the Andes Tweed. Her color palette was phenomenal. And her hygge blanket that she has, which started her business, was made in Wool of the Andes. So we updated it with the new Wool of the Andes tweed colors. Hers is gorgeous. I'm making my own. So because of doing the live and sharing all about the yarn, I got one ball of each color as a sample to go ahead and talk about on the live. So I went and I got more yarn to be able to do the joining and then the border when I'm finished. I'm almost done. I did all my squares. Yeah, all of my ends are still not woven in, but I am in the process of joining my squares together to make my blanket, and I am loving it so, so much. So when Mallory did her version, she did her squares, but her joining, I did the light gray here between the two. So you do your last row of your join here, and you join as you go. Then on the last row, she did hers in the dark, where is it? This color here in the middle, the dark sage green is what she used to connect it. So her blanket looks really different than mine, just because it's a darker join color. And then she did the light edging with the baubles. Mine, I'm going to be doing this color with my baubles, the like seafoam. Well, actually not seafoam. I forget what this one is called. But that's going to be my baubles at the end. So I'm working on it. I'm this far in. I'm attaching a row here. You can see I still have 3 more to go. And then I think I have 2 or 3 more yet at the end. This is not for the faint of heart. You will be weaving in a lot of ends, because each row is a different color. So you will have to weave it in. I don't follow the rules where like you're supposed to go ahead and like weave them in as you go so you don't have them. Nope. Becomes a project in itself. Once it's finished, I sit down, I put on a really good like movie or show, and I just weave in ends and weave in ends and weave in ends. And that's what I do. That's the way I do things. I mean, you can do it however you want. I just get so excited and I just keep going. So these were really great. You can grab the pattern on her website. We also have kit bundles together for this. If you still want to grab it, you can get all of the yarn that you need based off of the colors that Mallory did. So that would be joining with that dark sage gray, or excuse me, sage green. Where did it go? This one over here, this dark green is what the join is. If you don't want to do that, what you need to do is get 2 balls. I had to remember 2 balls of every color. So there's 10 colors in the collection. You'll need 2 of each color. And then I think you need 4 for the border or 4 for the border color. So you need 2 additional. And I can't remember what the joining was, but so you can go and pick whatever colors you want. You don't have to do the kit if you don't want to, or the bundle. It's just a great option. You don't have to think about anything. Thanks, Julia. She said, love your blanket. Awesome colors. Dawn says, oh, so pretty. Thanks, Dawn. Great to have you here. Okay, so, first of all, Golden Ray Handiwork said, yay, I finished my Hugo blanket and I'm about to start Mallory's Astrid blanket. Ooh, I don't remember what that one is, but I'm sure it's amazing. Mallory's stuff is all amazing. I love it. This is my first like Mallory project. I've loved it. The instructions are clear. I love, love, love her blanket designs. So I'm really excited. I'll have to check yours out and see what colors you did with yours. Ray Crochet is here saying, man, I need to get comfortable with join as you go. It's so hard for me. Okay. Yes, it is something you have to get comfortable with. I will admit I've made a couple mistakes, and that's okay. You just pull it back out. But basically, when you have your square, right, it only goes out to this last row. And I started down here, and you start working your last row. And when you get to your corner, you're going to slip stitch into the specific stitch on the last one that you already have on the blanket. The hardest part for me that I have to worry about is once I get started, I have to remember that the second side also needs to be joined, because sometimes I get this side joined and then just start working the rest. And I'm like, oh, I didn't join it. And sometimes on the first square, you're only joining the top, and I try to join both. And then it kind of like folds like this and it becomes this wonky thing. Just rip it out and do it again. But really, that's all it is in this particular blanket, is as you work that last row, between each set of your clusters, you're slip stitching into that same space on the last one that you did. So as I work this one, and as I work this row here, around, I should say, I'm slip stitching into the corresponding spot of where I'm going next. And that's all it is for this blanket. There are some other more complicated join as you go, but this one isn't that complicated because really you're only joining one square at a time. So yes, I still have 2 ends for every square on this last round. The only well, I shouldn't say the biggest difference with the join as you go for this is that I don't have to seam or crochet each of these squares together. I'm just joining them on that last round. So yes, there are different ways to do join as you go. This one is a great beginner way because again, you're just working that last round, adding in a slip stitch where you need to go, and that's it. So you're not trying to like join 1 and 2 and 3 all at the same time. It is a little bit different than some of the other patterns. So try it out. This might be the one that gets you. Again, it is a free pattern on her website on Not a Crawl, or you can search for Mallory Crawl, and you can make 2 squares, 3 squares, and try the instructions for the join as you go part of it. See how you feel about it. I think she has a video. Yeah, Mallory has a great video tutorial for the blanket. So again, you can follow along with the tutorial. This I would highly recommend for a beginner join as you go project if you want to try it out. Even just a couple squares. I know you could do maybe 4, you could do 6, you could do 8, you can make a pillow instead of a blanket if you want to, whatever kind of works, but just practice it. Just practice the joining as you go. I think you're going to love it. I love the blanket so much. I'm so excited to be done with it and get to actually use it. Although, of course, it would now be getting warm outside, but it's still chilly at night, so we're still good. Yeah, so I love getting to hear what you guys are all working on. So let me know. I'm trying to think. I'm also working on a test for Lola Crochet. So not too long ago, I showed you my Duna sweater. Duna? Yes, I think it was Duna sweater, which was a pullover sweater, wonderful for the winter and fall. It was so great. Mallory's full name is Mallory, like you have it spelled there, Krall, Krall. You can search for her on Instagram, on the websites, and then her business name is Nada Crawl Crochet for like nautical crochet, but Nada Crawl, putting her last name into it. Yeah. Anyway, so I finished the Duna sweater, and Maria from Lola Crochet came out with the, I'm forgetting the name, Rosa Tea. And so I'm working on that. And I know a couple of you faces that usually join us live here are also working on it. I'm loving it. I got the first half done, so now I got to get the back half done. Some people are really fast. I am going very slow on this one. Maria's projects are absolutely phenomenal. She likes to use a lot of slip stitches, and that is slow for me. And I use a blue yarn, so it's in Shine Sport, and I can't remember the color I'm using, but it is with the blue color that we have, the darker blue color. And I have to use a light at night to be able to see it. So I try to work on it during the day or at like sporting events or stuff. But at night, I have to put a light on just so I don't miss all of the slip stitches, because it just is a little slower and I love it. And I can't wait to wear it. I'm so excited. I have a couple more weeks through almost the end of May to finish it up. So that's kind of my main project right now. So the blanket is on hold. I started that before this one. If I've got 5 minutes, it takes me a little bit less than 5 minutes to join one square on. So if I only have 5 minutes, I'll sit down with the blanket and try to get that done. But otherwise, I'm working on this tea and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So yeah, starting to really think about my summer makes and what I want to do and what I'm making and what I want to wear, because most of my stuff is all for like the fall and winter. I don't think I have it sitting here. I think I already put it in a project bag. But we had Janine Miska on not too long ago, and she talked to us about her summer crochet book that she just launched. This is her second book, and we kind of took you a walk through it and everything. And the one cardigan that she had, it was like an oversized cardigan. Hers is in a light green color, was in Lindy chain. I really want to make that. So that's going to be going on my list of makes. I also have on my list one of the tops from Hannah from Jan Crochet. Blanking on the name right now, but it came out last year that she did. It was part of that comfy collection that her and Brianna and Michelle had all done together. So there was a top around that time. So I'm still debating on what I want to do, what yarn I want to get next for a project to make, but I definitely want to start making some summer tops. And I feel like summer cardigans that are loose and everything are going to be really great to just kind of layer on a day like today, where it's warm. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees today, but it's windy, so it doesn't quite feel like 70. But when you're in the sunshine, it's really nice, and kind of just having that little light layer to throw on and take off as needed throughout these times where like the temperature is still changing depending on day and night and everything else. So again, let me know what you guys are working on, what you're enjoying. Let me know too, have you tried out the maize yarn yet? And what are you going to make with it? Yes, thank you, Shelly. The Penelope, that is the top name. Guys, you're so good. I'm so happy you're all here to help me and my brain cells apparently and try to keep track. You are 100% correct. It is the Penelope, the top from Hannah. It's on my list. Dare I say, I was actually considering doing it in black. I don't know. We'll see. I might be taking on too much by going in black, but it is more of an open stitch. It has a lot of chains to it. So I was thinking that might be the one to do in black, just because. Shelly, did you make the top? Do you have suggestions for it or tips or whatever else? If you made the Penelope, let me know. I'd love to hear before I jump into that. So yeah, super excited. I know there's a ton going on. Oh, I did want to say too that if you're interested, that right now that buy 3 get 1 free of the upcycle. Yeah, really good lighting, Julia. I know. I really should go get like another Ott light. I have one and it sits at my crafting table, but it's like one of the tall ones. So it's not like it's not portable. So I should probably figure something out to like put next to my bed or put next to the couch, because that's where I do all of my crocheting, where the one up here is for my craft table because I don't have any other light for it. You've made 3 Penelope tops in Silver Sage, Hydrangea, and Rose Hip. I've also made the dress version. Samantha, that is amazing. Have you tagged Hannah in all of these and told her? Oh my God, that is going to be so great. I have to tell her. I'm going to tell her. I'm going to be like, you know what? I talked to Samantha today and look what she did. That is so cool. Were they all for you? Or were you making any as the gifts? I love the dress version. I just know myself and I know I won't wear it, but I know I'll wear the top. So I'm going to do the top. Shelly says it's on my list as well, but I haven't made it yet. What color are you going to do? So Yarnstigator says, I got a new clip-on Ott light before Joann closed. My Joann was still open as of this past weekend. I might need to go check that out and see if they have a clip-on, because that would be good, like to be able to take from place to place to place. Only one Ott light. I have 3 at my desk. Older eyes need lots of light. Yeah, Julia, I understand that. I mean, I have an overhead light, and then I have my Ott light, and then it has like the magnifying glass light on it so I can like angle it. But I get that. It is getting harder, especially at night. Let's see. IB Serenity, that yarn is on my list. Currently waiting on a Knit Picks order that's been stuck 2 towns over for days. The UPS to post office shipping stinks. Yeah, I'm experiencing that too. Usually it was good, and I wish people would just use the post office because it seems to be better, at least for me. But I have a package that's got shipped UPS, not from us. It was another purchase I made. And yeah, the date kept getting changed. Here it was going to our post office, which then had to come out to me. So I'm still waiting on it. We'll see. Just want my stuff. Let's see, Samantha, all for you. I made the maxi version for a wedding I'm going to at the end of the month. Oh my gosh, you have to take photos and share. The photos with Hannah in her dress were absolutely stunning. I'm sure it's going to be amazing on you. That's going to be so, so cool. Oh, Dawn, that would be great. The dress would be cute with leggings. Yes. And for that dress that we're talking about with the Penelope, you can adjust the length that you want. So it can be a long dress. It can be a short dress. It can be whatever. So it could be like, more of like a tunic instead of a dress if you want to wear it with leggings. That would be great. Hi, Valerie from Houston. I made the Penelope dress last year in Marland. It's gorgeous. Ooh, I bet that is amazing. I love that color. I think it's so beautiful. How did you do with the storms yesterday, last night? We personally didn't have any storms. I'm not sure where the storms were, but where I'm at, I didn't get any, or if we did, I didn't notice. Yeah, you just want your Katelyn yarn. I know, I'm sorry. If I could do anything, I would go hunt down the package and bring it to your doorstep, but I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah, a tunic. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and chatting. This is so much fun. I love when you guys give me suggestions. Tell me about what you're making, how you've made patterns that I want to make or have made. It's always so much fun to get your different opinions on things, hear the colors, hear all of that. So I love getting to chat with you. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend, 30 minutes or so with me, talking, chatting. It just makes my week. It makes my week. So thank you so much. If you haven't already, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. We are here on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us so you always know what's going on. And, sharing is caring. So please make sure to share it. Show your friends what's going on. So even if they can't watch live, they can watch the replay and see it. Oh, you're out in Pittsburgh. I'm in Eastern PA, and we did not. We were supposed to get storms, and they passed us completely. So yeah, we didn't get anything. We need rain. So I will take rain. But glad you got rain. It must have jumped over Eastern PA, and I don't know where it went. So have a great day, everybody. Happy stitching. Hopefully you'll get some stitching time in. And thank you again for joining me and sharing your time with me. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.